Sorry, I'll get to it in a second. I'm just trying to fix some memory leak issues. What's a stream without a little bit of scuff? Come on. Well, you know it's good when the task manager crashes. Give everyone a heads up. In order to try and fix this, I actually can't read chat at the moment, so if anyone starts saying something, I'm going to miss it. But don't worry, I'll get it fixed in a moment. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. Okay, so. I think I need to turn down Minecraft. Yup. Alright, so. Sorry, scuff. I was literally ready to start streaming about an hour ago, but I actually didn't because at the very last second I decided to make some very quick changes to my streaming setup. As you probably noticed, when I started the stream, there was new music, and there was also a slideshow in the corner. Both of those are new, and I was putting them together. And I just decided to do that at the very last second before I started streaming because, you know, why would you do this ahead of time? You always do it right as it's needed. I mean, that's how you get through university, isn't it? You do it at the last second. Anyway, I may need to also turn off the shaders. I was playing with shaders on last time because I was trying to show off how good the shaders looked. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's going to be a little laggy at first because it's going to be trying to load all this stuff for the pseudo first time. We'll just see how that goes. I'm fiddling with a lot of things right now. So, where we left off was I was doing I was doing 2-point museum. Now, about that, I was apparently very exhausted and I was not aware of how tired I am. And then I said to myself, maybe I should do streams in the morning then instead of the evening then, in order to minimize the chance that I'm going to be tired while I'm streaming. Problem is that I don't live alone. I share this house with people who work from home. And I don't trust that the Wi-Fi that we share is good enough to handle both them working and my streaming. So I have not streaming in the mornings yet. I will ponder that a little further because honestly, that kind of makes sense. But I've also been pondering as well on returning to the gym. I cancelled my gym subscription a little while ago because of issues involving motivation and family and actually a lot of things, thinking about it. But we are back and I'm thinking of returning to streaming, and oh no, I just saw it. The farm isn't symmetrical. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be symmetrical, and I've missed my floor because I didn't use the fucking computer. Ugh. Lag. Come on. Maybe I need to turn the shaders off. Basement 1. See, lined up with the computer, which is in the middle of the room, is the middle of the farm. The ones down here, ignoring the elevator again, the one down here is not. Oh, that is going to annoy the fuck out of me. Alright. Let's put that off for now. So that I can do other things. I'm going to have to fix that sooner rather than later. It is going to irk me to no end. But, on the bright side, I was wondering what I was going to do today. So, I could do that. Yeah, I really wanted to play a different game and not Minecraft. I wanted to do something other than Minecraft for once. Maybe we'd do 2-point museum again, or I was actually thinking about Elite Dangerous and people can watch me be an absolute moron and crash into every planet that I see and not know how to make any money. I was also thinking about playing Project Hospital and doing pretty much the same thing where I don't really know what I'm doing. But I decided, no, I'll maybe do it next time, but this time I kind of want to play a bit more Minecraft. I just needed to decide what I was doing. So I wrote a little list. It's pretty straightforward. I want to get all the modium. I want to start setting up an auto crafting area upstairs, and I want to create. Create. I want a portal to the mining dimension. I basically want to start making more progress. Oh, speaking of progress, I should specify. This area is now finished, but the mob farm, it needed so much just extra stuff done to it because I realized that this was actually so haphazardly created. It was a problem. Here, let me turn off the. Let me turn off this so I can show you just how bad it had become. hang on. Get rid of that Enderman. There we go. Okay. So you can't see it right now, but what there is normally there's blood on the floor. And the blood actually stops the fans from working. I did stick on a height upgrade to see if it fixed it. It did not fix it. But there would normally be blood pooled on the floor, which would actually stop that from working. So I created this. I created a little shower system. Up here, you can't see it because I didn't add a way for me to get up unless this was actually open. Ugh. Lag. And where is my shrinking device? I guess you can't really see it properly because I filled everything in. Oh, here we go. So I created I used the timer, and then using the timer, I then had to create a system that would allow another timer to basically go off and set it back in place. So when the timer goes off, the piston pulls away the cobblestone block, which drops the water down onto the ground, washing away the blood. Then the little secondary timer goes off, and it puts the cobblestone back, and the water stops. It's relatively straightforward. I say relatively straightforward like it didn't take me like 2 hours to make this thing, because I didn't know how to do this. I could explain to you how Mekanism works, and the mob grinding utils, and applied energistics. I can explain all that sort of thing pretty straightforward. I'm going to regret saying that because I want to make an auto-crafting setup, and I've only done it once before. But I can typically explain how this is done. When it comes to redstone wizardry, I am stupid. I cannot do redstone. I don't understand it. And it boggles the mind, the fact that I can create machines in modded Minecraft like this setup. I knew exactly what I was doing for this. The only difference is I wasn't aware that this didn't work on babies. But generally, I knew what to do in order to make this system work. It's pretty straightforward, though. This setup, I also knew exactly what I was doing. Also fairly straightforward, but it's just all combination stuff. The farm, the bees, even the powered centrifuges. Even that was pretty straightforward. That redstone timer, I needed a tutorial, and it still took me like an hour and a bit to figure out how to get it to work. Because I'm so oblivious to redstone technology. But it's working now, and this gets rid of the water. This gets rid of the blood. And now I'll show you the other problem that I have with this machine. In fact, I can pretty much just show you by looking through this glass. You can see that there is an awful lot of enemies in there, and subsequently an awful lot of loot. So all this loot ends up filling in here. Thankfully I can keep it somewhat empty, but that's because it's all in here. And it fills so bad. Like, I've got 2 stack upgrade tier 4s in here in order to just try and keep the numbers down, but even this is ludicrous, because I'm also getting things I wasn't expecting to get. Like, I'm getting spruce logs from the Enderman. I'm getting cobblestone from the Enderman too. I'm getting coal. I'm getting full redstone blocks. The weapons and armor are their own little headaches, but it's fine. Diamonds, emeralds, and ender pearls. I have bees making that stuff, but you can see right here in this chest I have over 5,000 ender pearls. I have 492 diamonds. I have nearly 3,000 emeralds in this chest. I know what's dropping the ender pearls. What the hell is dropping the diamonds and emeralds? And the iron. I have 198 iron here. Oh my god, I have 2 golden leggings with the exact... Sorry, 3 golden leggings. Is that 3 or is it 2? It's 2. So I have 2 golden leggings with the exact same durability, so they're actually stacked. Same with the boots. I've never seen stacked armor like that. Like, some of these items I can understand as to why they're here. Oh, by the way, I just stuck these in here because I thought they were going to get taken away by the system. No. System is too backlogged. It's not actually going to take any of it away. Which means I better take it out, otherwise I'm never going to see that again. This is absolutely ludicrous. I wasn't expecting even half of this amount of stuff. My All the Mods 9 mob grinder, right? It spat out a lot of stuff. But it was nowhere near this much, and it certainly wasn't this fast. Now, I'm only accrediting this to the fact that this mob grinder is effectively twice as large. Maybe about a little more than twice as large than the one in All the Mods 9. But still, come on. It's crazy. Sorry, I just wanted that piece of wheels there. It's so bad, in fact, it's not picking it up fast enough. It's... ugh. I created a second chest, by the way, of scrolls. And I'm still getting these damn tarnished crowns. I can't seem to keep them out of this chest, but that's fine. Yeah, I've had to take the backpack chest out of here in order to put that in there. I wasn't getting backpacks, so... I got like 1 backpack once, and then I've never seen another backpack come through here, so I'm like, okay, well... I'll take the chest for now, and if I start to see backpacks in here, then I'll put it back. God, I just saw it. 56 Cave Creeper charm fragments. You don't need 56 of any charms. "56 necromancers. Look at all these miniature red hearts. I'm gonna be rolling in extra lives soon. Oh my god. Was that a chicken I just heard? How did... Oh, feathers. I wonder if a chicken jockey is spawning in there sometimes. There's carrots in here too. And baked potatoes. My food can come from here too. Look at all this. It's 13.6 thousand redstone. I don't even need the bees. I should have just made this from the start. It's actually crazy. I haven't even really looked through here properly. I saw all the stuff and then moved on. I didn't actually stop to look at what I had in here. 8,000 bones. Okay, well that's normal for a grinder. There's nothing natural about like the 3,000 emeralds in here, though. Netherite boots. What am I wearing right now? Oh, I'm wearing the special ones. Okay. Well, that can be reduced to scrap because over here I have my. I don't know what it is, but these villagers are sexually attracted to these machines. Ugh. Because they want to climb to the top of it. This is where I've got my armor and tool recycling, basically. The bottom here is where you get your apothec stuff that gets uncrafted in here. They go and they get uncrafted to their base components. Was that a chain I just saw? It's also leather. Then you got the salvager here for your vanilla Minecraft deconstruction, and then the chest for things like the tarnished crowns. The mechanism gear that can't be uncrafted. Look, he's back again. This is an incredibly efficient machine that I have. So efficient, in fact, Whoops. So efficient, in fact, that I don't even know what to do with it. It's too much. I'm probably going to fill up my storage. Oh god, I didn't even think of that. I'm probably going to fill up my applied energistic storage before that chest even runs out. Oh god, look, some of these cells are actually filling. God, that one's actually full too. Oh, they're all full actually. Okay, not all of them, but like... Oh god, okay. Maybe I thought the first thing on my list should have been all the Allthemodium. Maybe the first thing on my list should actually be applied energistics. Yeah, I needed to create a buffer chest here in order to keep the stuff moving, so it wasn't sharing. But even this is still crazy. Look how many slime balls there are here. Oh my lord. I don't want that in here. Oh god, hang on. How many of those have already come through? Okay, well that's taking up a lot of my space. Do I have a bin nearby? No. Alright, hang on. Trash. What? No, make the chest. Okay. Perhaps I should consider the fact that in order to not lose my mind with the amount of stuff that I'm achieving, perhaps I should actually turn off the machine, turn off the mob grinder from time to time. Yes, I know, I'm destroying all of these arrows, I really don't care. Not using arrows. And if I am, I can get more later. What else is in supplementaries? At sup. Any weapons? No? Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to quickly add the supplementaries mod to the list of things that get pushed into the bin. Supplementaries. Sign. And then it can't be uncrafted, can it? No, I don't think so. And it can't be... No, alright. I like how it goes in there. Alright, what color is that? That's green. So... Supplementaries. Green. And double check it works. Okay, cool. It works. As soon as I saw the supplementaries quivers in there, I was like, I realized that there was a massive fault in the machine then. Because aside from the fact that I'm trying to keep things that have metadata out of the setup, it's also a lot of space. Like, oh look, here you go, down here, 55. It was full 63. Now it's 59, 44. This one's 18. Okay, this is much better, much better now. So next step is I wanted to create an auto crafting setup. Now I feel like what I was initially going to do, right? I just press J. Just give me a moment. There we go. The original plan was I was going to put auto crafting in through here. That way I can leave this room free for random crafting nonsense. But it occurs to me that I have no random crafting nonsense because all of the chipped things and like the furnace and the brewing stand, it all goes along the wall. Also, fucking Enderman. Goddamn. Yeah, I know Tree Captain. Still touch. There's that backpack, by the way, that I got. It was like one of the first mobs that was in the mob grinder. Was that actually had that backpack? Seems to be the only time it's ever appeared again. But yeah, because I don't actually have an awful lot of stuff to put in this room because all my general crafting is typically like blocks that can fit into the wall like this. And this room is going to be used for machines like crushers and whatnot like this. And again, they kind of fit in the walls. Unless I want to use like immersive engineering or create, in which case they can go out of the walls, but still. It seems like the only thing I can really do in here is just more of this stuff, and then I could just put them in the middle of the room instead. But what I think I would much rather do... What is this? Oh, this was the quest rewards. I never put that stuff away. I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to create another computer because I'm not exactly poor anymore. I'm definitely not as rich as I was in all the mods 9. But between the mob grinder and the bees, I've got all of the resources I'm going to need for Applied Energistics just on tap. So I am going to create another computer, another terminal. I'm going to basically do this again from scratch. And I'm going to put it in the middle of the room. I'm going to have basically a supercomputer design in the middle of the room using like crying obsidian and whatnot. That'll house all of my auto crafting setup, and it means I'm also going to have more space to put stuff around. I just need to determine where the middle of the room is. Oh, don't look at the torches. The torches are skewed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Why am I counting? I didn't get rid of that sign. Okay. 43 by 38. So I need a calculator because I can't do maths. So the middle of the room will be 21, and will be block 21 and 22, and the depth would be 19. Oh, whoops. Wrong line. That is stupid. In order for me to not strain my neck, I use a windowed projector. I think I've explained this before. I use a windowed projector of the stream on my center screen, and that's what I play on. I don't actually play looking at the Minecraft. I play looking at the stream, basically. Which actually has its benefits, because it means that when someone actually talks, I'm actually already looking at where the chat is. So, it's useful. But I forget that I'm doing that, and so I click on the projector, and then I press escape in order to get out of the chat box, and then I just end up closing the projector. Because I'm stupid. I forget to put my cursor on the actual Minecraft. So I'll use an ultimate logistical transporter. That'll tell me where the middle of the room is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then 21.5. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then I'll just double check from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. What? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Two, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So the center of the room is there. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, so the room is 43 by 38. The calculator, when I asked it for half of the room size, it gave me 21.5. Which I took to meaning that the middle of the room is block 21 and block 22. Turns out that the middle of the room is block 22. The distance between this is 21 blocks from left, this is 21 blocks from right. So that's 42, 43. Huh? Okay, maths. I fucking hate numbers. I don't get it, but I don't need to. I don't need to double check this side now, do I? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the one that gave me a decimal was actually a flat number, and the one that gave me a flat number, round number. So the one that gave me a decimal is a rounded number, and the one that gave me a rounded number is actually a decimal. Oh god. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So we now have the center of the room is right here. Now that we know that, I know where I can put I can put basically the computer. Prepare for the stream. Well, the stream's not going to freeze, but prepare for like things to not move. Nope, it actually loaded perfectly fine. Okay. Oh god, this game looks so much boring without the shaders on, but it runs so much smoother. Yeah, seeing as how I locked all the villagers down, I've locked all the villagers downstairs, so I've opened the gates to the bee room. Well, I guess I better get started on crafting stuff. So, applied energistics. They did. Oh, they did add the really, really big storage cells, didn't they? Yeah, they did the mega cells. Because I may have to consider actually making these. I don't have Sky Steel, but I can make it. Can you make bees that do Sky Steel? You cannot. Yes, you can. Probably get rid of some of these bees that I don't need anymore, like the emerald bee. I do have an emerald bee, don't I? Okay, no, I don't have an emerald bee. But I do have a prosperity bee, so I can get rid of that one. Just double checking in here, because at one point in time there was actually a random baby bee in there. Well, speaking of random bees, wasn't there a... There was a normal honeybee in one of these. Yeah, here he is. He managed to get out of the dome. Don't actually know how, but he did. And he's over here in the Prismarine bees. He's doing literally nothing because what he produces is honey and beeswax, and the beeswax just turns into wax, which gets thrown away instantly. So he's doing literally nothing. He's just taking up time. Well, first things first, we need a computer. As I change what side of the chair I'm slouching on. Where is... There it is. ME interface. No, not interface. I want the controller. There it is. Skystone. Ah, that's something that I don't actually have yet either. I don't have copious amounts of Skystone. The Quarry Bee can create Skystone. Well, hang on. Surely that is just everything, isn't it? He turns dirt into other dirt. So the Quarry Bee will just produce all manner of stone. I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's considering that he'll actually create chipped ones as well, that could fill up your inventory in a heartbeat. But that being, like, well, 63 different pages, and each of them have 3 recipes. What about the last page? 1. Okay. So, 62 times 3 plus 1. So I just elbowed the fan next to me. So that's 187 different things that the Quarry Bee can create. That's ridiculous, though. 187. Well, I suppose one storage cell can hold 63. Two storage cells, that's 126. So you'd need 3 storage cells, and you'll be able to hold at least one of every type of block the Quarry Bee can produce. That is bonkers, though. Is that really the only reliable way to get Skystone? I know you can dig out the meteorites, but like, there's no other way to make it, is there? Sorry, I'm getting to yawn a little bit because I'm exerting my brain with maths. I gotta move this fan quickly. There you go. I just turned it on briefly, so it's spun around, so now it's facing me, so it's not going to be as long. So, the only reliable way to get Skystone is to dig it out of meteorites, or to get a Quarry Bee. Now, I should have Quarry Bees, actually, but... at least I think I do. Okay, I don't, but I'm pretty confident I could make one. But in doing so, I think I'd have to create like a specialist beehive area. I don't really want all of that going through my setup, because it doesn't produce honey or wax. It produces stone. It doesn't even have to touch the centrifuges. It can just go straight through here and then go through the setup down there and go straight into the machine. I think it'd be better if I just had it on a separate track altogether that went straight to the machines. Went straight to the computers. I could even put it over here. So it just goes straight up and into this machine, which I can then just have it... I mean, it's already sorted so that if it doesn't fit, it just goes straight into this chest, which then takes it to the computer. So, I mean, I'll just do that. I think that's really the only way to do it. So, we'll go out and we'll mine out some meteorites, and then we'll... How do you make the Quarry Bee? A digger bee and a chocolate mining bee. Chocolate mining. Oh, I don't have a digger bee. Where does one get a digger bee? Bee spawning. Stone nest or a gravel nest. Don't I have one of those nests? No! Okay, I'd have to create a whole new nest. Alright, well. Screw it, let's just do that now, while I'm thinking about it. Oops. That one, Oh yeah, I need swords. I'm actually going to make both. I'll make both nests. Because I'm going to assume that this is not the only bee that can come out of these nests, so it's probably best that I... Are you... Fuck you, game. So it's probably best that I am prepared with both, just in case. Alright. One stone nest. One gravel nest. And then we'll get rid of the wooden sword. What a tease. Okay. Honey tree. No, that's honeycomb. Honey trees. Appear to be running a little low on those. Huh. Maybe I should have some kind of setup going for this beehive over here. Probably don't need both. Because, like, it is producing honeycomb and pollen puffs. Both of these are. But all this is just a nice little fluff thing to have in the center of the room, just so it doesn't look empty while all the machines are on the outside. Which is actually kind of pretty much the exact same thing I'm planning to do now with the supercomputer, the auto crafting setup. So I could probably have some kind of machine set up, just to pipe the honeycomb and whatnot out of here and the pollen puffs and just deposit them straight into the setup over here. So I can get more honeycombs and create honey treats, because as it turns out I'm actually running low, so let's do that. Have you noticed that the auto crafting task has gotten further and further away from the top of my list? That happens. I suppose now I should ask the question, do I do both hives? Or just the one? I think I should just do the one. But given how this is going to be set up, it's not really going to be any skin off my nose if I set up both of them. So I must have copied and pasted the farms incorrectly, which is probably how that happened. There we go. Whoops. Excuse me. Yeah, this setup is not handling pollen puffs or things like that, so it should just go into the setup. Why do I have wheat and wheat seeds listed here? Because if it's not listed, it should just go straight to black. Oh, I don't know. But here we go, honeycomb. Honeycomb and wheat. Honeycomb and pollen puffs will now head into the setup. Meaning I will be able to create honey treats again, because that's all you need is pollen puffs and honeycomb. You could use honey bottles, but I'm not making these. So we'll just use pollen puffs. Nothing wrong with that. To put those. Why the lag, huh? Why are we lagging? I forgot I was short. Yeah. Didn't it say this works from gravel? Honey treats, gravel nest. Can't do it. Huh. Alright, well. Stone nest it is. Do I have a nest? No nest, a cage. I do. Come on, dig a bee. Son of a bitch, he went back in as soon as he came out because it's nighttime. You sod. Fine. You want to be like that? I was going to get a stick and then just poke the nest, and that makes them come out. But you know what? I think I'm due for phantoms. I'm just going to sleep. There we go. Wow, that was quick. I guess there was like a whole inventory's worth of pollen puffs and honeycombs in there, so... And if I hooked up the other one as well, I'd probably get a massive influx of that too. Breeding chamber. 1 digger bee. 1 chocolate mining bee. Great quarry bee. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we need flowers, which is the one thing that I don't have in spades. How do I not have? I just don't have flowers. I like how there's 561 miniature red hearts in here, but we know downstairs there's a lot more. I wonder if I'm ever going to get around to cooking that ore. Alright, orange tulips, hang on. 25 of them. Okay, perfect. Alright. Yeah, it's possible that I may end up actually playing on a server relatively soon. Hello? Why are you different? Just a random lantern that was different. Striped lantern, please. Because the person that I usually play Minecraft with, we've been playing like our own separate games, but we've been doing it on a Discord call. So it's sort of like we're playing together, but not together. We haven't played in a while now, and the last time we played, he had plenty of stuff that he wanted to do, but he was starting to lose the motivation and the reason to do it, other than as just as something that he could do. Which, to be honest, I understand that. It's part of the reason why I left all the mods 9 now as well, although the main reason was because I started that stupid Mine Colonies mod. Mine Colonies, fantastic mod, but it is a time eater. It will eat your gameplay. Because they will always want more resources from you. Even if you have it they will request it, because they can't take it out of your applied logistics system, so you have to babysit them on that. They hide when there is a raid and let their guards take care of it, but the guards can be killed, meaning you could just be unlucky and lose your guards, morale goes down, or you could be even more unlucky like me, and the raiders can actually walk into the guard towers, climb up the ladders and get stuck upstairs, and the guards can never find them. So the guards are wandering around saying that there's trouble afoot, all the villagers are hiding in their buildings, and the raid never ends because the raider is trapped in a building. And it gets better, because then your villagers starve to death. So your entire village ends up starving to death because of one guy that's stuck. So you have to babysit them at all times. The amount of times that I queued up multiple buildings in mine colonies, and I provided them with resources for multiple buildings, right? And then I go to bed. I leave the game running. I go to bed. I get up 6 hours later, and they have either built one building or no buildings, because something has happened and now they won't work. And it is so annoying. Mine Colonies, I feel like, is in the same tier as GregTech, where you can have it. It's a good mod, you can have it, but it has to be a standalone mod, I think, because it will just eat your time. I need to go outside and go mine those meteorites, or I'm just going to waffle on forever. But that's why I'm saying that it's possible that I may be starting a server sooner rather than later. It's because if he's running out of steam on his vanilla world, and he was contemplating playing modded, we could just be starting a server relatively soon. That's still up for grabs. We also said we were going to play Baldur's Gate once the new update dropped. We haven't done that either. That's Skystar. No, that's Kiwi. We say a lot of things and then we don't actually do it. Whoops, lag. We're still lagging. What is going on? There we go. We say a lot of things and then it doesn't actually end up happening, but that's fine. And I'm still here. Why didn't I teleport? What is eating up my performance right now? Oh, well, here I am. Probably because I'm teleporting around like a mad thing. Yeah. It's fine. It'll catch up. Could have sworn I went to all these meteorites and got rid of all the stuff in them. Huh. Oh well. But I should talk to him though. Find out if he is actually interested in doing a server still. Whoops, wrong button. Because I can think of a few people who would want to join. And it would give me more more things to stream. The same thing to stream, but now on a server. I might actually have someone I'll be able to collab with then, if I do that. Someone else who plays all the mods and streams. But he primarily plays Final Fantasy. See what happens. Like I said, we say a lot of things, but don't actually do it. There's a lot of skystone in this one. It's good. Because I don't really want to put the quarry bee anywhere near my applied energistics setup until I have the new computer setup. Because it's just going to take up what's left of my storage. With all the different chapter variants that'll spit out. Well, that's probably enough for now, because that's a fair whack of skystone. What the? Oh. No, you're not the named one, are you? No, you are named. What are you doing out here? Oh, hang on, I gotta... Hey, Battle Launcher, you know that when I'm streaming, you really shouldn't be spitting out notifications, right? I know that sort of thing doesn't end up on stream, but the whole point of me going around to all the launchers and telling them that I'm in Do Not Disturb mode is because I don't want to be disturbed. I don't have any leads. What is he doing out here? I could have sworn I put him... Actually, come to think about it, I could have sworn I put him on this floor. Okay, I don't know how he got out, but he got out. I need a lead. Where did he go? Can't even see him on the list, on the mini-map. Am I hallucinating? Is he not actually up here? I think I'm going crazy. Oh well. I know he's not down here at the very least, so... He managed to escape somehow, but that's fine. Can you just fuck off? Oh dear, dear, dear. What did that turn? What's that turn that into? Skystone dust. You know, probably faster if I stuck that in this setup over here, because supposedly this does the same. I think. Yeah, it does. I don't know if it's actually faster, but it's fine. Alrighty. Skystone block is the smelted skystone. So I need a stack of that skystone back. Turn off the tooltips thing since I'm not doing logistical transport stuff. My brain just stopped. I need to go here. Why don't I have a Fluix bee? Oh, because it's a conversion. It'll turn my spatial bees into the Fluix bees. And I kind of want to keep them the way they are. For now, anyway. I can always change them later. But since it's a conversion, I'll need to grow more spatial bees. So how do I make Fluix again? That was charged Certus quartz, redstone, and nether quartz. Alright. Redstone. Charged Certus. Nether quartz. Now I need a source of water. Oh, I have one actually in here. Oh, I also have the farm. Good job, me. Obviously it's not perfect because I actually didn't have enough charged, but I think I do actually. It's just in here. My little, yeah, my little quick setup that I put in here because I was feeling lazy. But that's fine. Almost 4 stacks of Fluix crystals is fine. So this was the center of the room. Well, that's fairly cool. I don't think I've ever actually really made a computer that was a multi-block, because normally I don't bother with the auto crafting setup. And in the last mod pack, All the Mods 9, I'm pretty sure I just created a 2-block tall controller. I wonder if I should specify how much space I actually want to give myself to do this. Or if I just want to build everything and then build the wall around it. That's probably the way to do it, to be honest. Just to ensure that I'm not going to screw up and give myself too small a space. Yeah, there's nothing in here that needs to stay out of the machinery. A quick hydration check. It's interesting how it worked out that maths. I love seeing all of this shit moving through the pipes. That's why I really wanted to use the conveyor belt system, but the fact that if the inventory is full when it tries to put an item in there with the conveyor belt, it just spits it on the floor, is really bad. Because then it's going to create spots of like 50 stacks of items. Because like all this stuff, if this just went into... If this was using a conveyor belt system, and this chest was full, it would just spit 10 tons of items on top of this computer, and it would lag me to death, and make me sad. So I have to use pipes. Where's the Applied Energistics manual? I'm probably going to need to refer to that every so often, just to double check that I'm actually doing it right. I know I have one. Where is it? Okay, well, I thought I had one. I guess I don't. Never mind. I will make one, I guess. Yep, I'm making one. Alright, what's the manual called? Is it actually just called a manual? I do hope people aren't hearing the fan in my office, by the way. I only just thought about that. I can't find it. There it is. Okay, it was called The Guide. And it was just charging a book. I could have sworn I had one. Ooh. Alright. Alrighty. Just because I may need to refer back to it in the future. Basic things that I need. I need a crafting terminal, or even several of them. I'm going to need these. I'm going to need import buses. I'm going to need drives. Let's start with the drives. And I want to make the extended drives. Now that they've added the extended AE to the mod pack, I want to make these. I can't make these. These require crystal assembly. Oh, okay. They changed the recipe. Capacity card, ME glass cables, concurrent processor. What's a concurrent processor? Printer concurrent. Printed silicon. Entro crystals, huh? What the hell are these? Entro dust and flux crystals. Is grown by budding enterized flux. Like how Certus Quartz works. To get budding enterized flux, you need to craft entro seed and right-click flux block with it. Okay. This is territory I'm not familiar with. There's a drive upgrade that I can make. Oh, it still requires an extended drive though. I guess it just makes one. So... What's the point? If you have an extended drive, just shut down your computer for like half a second while you swap out the blocks. Maybe if you had like a special system. A crystal assembler. Can also perform certain in-world transformation recipes like Fluix transformation. Oh, okay, that's actually useful. Okay, well, how do I make one of them? Skystone tanks, extended machine frames, glass cables. This all seems fairly straightforward. Nope, we need Entro-infused ingots. Oh no. Okay, ignoring that. Lapis, gold, and Entro dust, which requires the Entro crystals, which requires Entro dust. Yeah, by injecting Entro seed into a Fluix block. Entro buds grow mechanism is similar. Yeah. As soon as humanly possible, I'm going to create an Entro bee. Just waiting for Certus. This thing of waiting for Fluix crystals one not to grow. I'm too impatient for that. That's fine, we'll just make normal drives for now. So these two will be the center of the room. I have to think about it for a moment. Which means this is probably a sufficient distance away. I'm changing my mind on what side I want to have that on. I haven't really given myself enough lot of space for auto crafting thinking about it, but I guess I can move everything around as needed. So the next thing I need is, well, to be honest, I'm probably going to need to recuperate what I just used then. So that's printed. So diamond. And I'll make an acceleration card. If I'm going to be making a whole computer setup from scratch, let's not be slow with it. Oh, easy. Easy, easy. Wait a minute. Okay, no, never mind. I also made this reaction chamber, but it seems to only work with the auto crafting setup, so it doesn't really work for me yet. Make one more. This is good. Okay. In no time at all, we shall have everything we need. What made silicon? That was... Oh, I actually needed silicon specifically for that, didn't I? Or rubber of some kind. Nope, this stuff. Silicon. Which was cooking Certus quartz dust. Of course it was. Or enriching it, yeah. Oops. I think I mentioned earlier about how I'm playing on a projector. On the windowed projector in OBS. Yeah, I was confused as to why I couldn't take items out of the inscriber just then. It's because I was clicking on the projector. I'm like the equivalent of a bird that sees my own reflection in the mirror. I see the projector in front of me, and I'm constantly forgetting that my game is actually on my other monitor. And I can't interact with the projector. It's literally just a screen for me to see what's going on. It's like in the B movie. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. This time. This time. This time. This time. This time. I'm seeing that glyph up there in the top right corner for Ars Nouveau. Or Nouveau. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. I'm still waiting for the moment where I decide that I should start doing these magic mods I want to actually do. And to stop doing technology stuff. That I do want to do. I just touched the projector again. Because I want to do both. I got to do both technology and... I gotta do both technology and magic, but I seem to just be focusing heavily on technology at the moment. Wait. What? I just established that if you use the enrichment... Why does it keep doing that? If you keep putting it in here, it doubles it. Yeah, that's too slow. I am making never-ending Certus quartz. It doesn't matter. I had no idea that this was in here. The other ones are redstone and gold. Well, no, it's not. It's redstone is the catalyst. Yeah, so it's diamond, gold, and Certus. That's right. Thank you, Brain. Certus, gold. I wonder if having that machine on full blast like that was actually bad for my... Yeah, it was. It was bad for my generator setup. Oh, who cares? I need to make more of these thermo generators, but I mean, the stuff that I do is not super intensive. It's like once in a blue moon, I'll just start abusing my thermo generators by speeding up a machine beyond safety levels. But it's fine. It's fine. If I run out of power, the machines will shut down, and then I just take everything out of the machine, and it'll power back up again. No problem. I'm gonna have another drink. Hydration check, everyone. As soon as I can figure out how to actually set up channel point system properly on my Twitch channel, I should make a redeem for hydration checks. Because apparently I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, but I could have sworn I only started drinking like half an hour ago. You think drinking a beer doesn't count? Oh no, it's a drink. A drink is a drink. I like how Streamlabs saw you, by the way, and just pounced on promoting my Twitter page. Didn't say anything until you said something. But no, beer, a drink is a drink. If you're stuck out in the desert, I think I would encourage you to drink the beer than to go without, so... Wonder how many quests I've done again. Can't be that many this time. Okay, never mind. Maybe it was a few. Okay. More silicon. I'm basically just going to turn like a stack of each. Maybe I should make another inscriber. And then 4 more acceleration cards. Now that would be punishment on my generators. What the? Oh no! It's full! Oh shit. Wait, it's not full. Oh, no, the bite's just full on that one. Uh-oh. Ooh, uh-oh. That's gonna fill up. Okay, well, I need to make some storage cells, yesterday. Oh, wait, I left the recipe on the side. There it is. There we go. Whoopsie. And that is why my storage is full, is because I keep just creating like random amounts of everything. Normally I'm a bit more precise, but who am I kidding? Half the time I'm precise, half the time I'm just like, oh, I'll make 50 of this, it's fine. I'll use it eventually. Oh, I need more universal inscribers. Hang on a minute. Yoink. There we go. Oh, no. That's better. The poor generator. Seems it's surviving, but it's crying slightly. we go. Good, good, good. So I was making each of those because the next thing I wanted to make was, I don't know. Probably more of these cables, to be honest. Yeah. Here we go. Make a bunch of those. I will want to make at least one crafting terminal because I need a way to interface with the machine, and I don't want to take items out of the machine and just use the crafting table next to it all the time. Boom. Alright. I will need to actually power it, thinking about it. So, basic universal energy, because I'm not using advanced ones, because I haven't reached the stage where I need it. By the time I do reach that stage, I'm probably going to want a digital miner to just replace it all for me, because then it's going to be too much of a hassle. Ta-da! I can't even begin to describe how useful this shrinking machine has been in making these tunnels for cables. So useful being able to just do it that way. And then I immediately forget that I'm short. Okay, so everything should now be functioning at least. We have a basic ME setup. Pretty much exactly the same as what I've got over here, except without the import bus. Which I think should be the next thing to add. And I can put the import bus like right here, so I can just pipe everything straight into the top of the machine. So I need to make an import bus. One import... What? Import-export bus? Oh, it's both? Oh, interesting. I don't need it both. I just need one. And this one is... Yeah, it's just a single import one because I don't need both. One of these. Network Apprentice? What? Well, reach 8 channels using device on network. Wait, this is 8 channels? Oh, of course it is. 6, 7, 8. Duh. It's so stupid of me. I need a chest. I could probably just use a copper one, to be honest. I don't really need anything too fancy. I mean, this diamond chest is probably the best thing that I could put there, but like for the time being. Oh no, screw it, I'll just do it now. Hang on. One chest. Okay. Oh, right. Oak to iron to gold. To diamond. I don't really need both. I only need one. I say, what is this dramatic song that's playing right now? Okay, so that should now just anything I pipe into that computer will go in there. Next thing that I need. Well, this, I guess, but I can just, you know, take it because it's not active. And stick it on there. Well, in that regard, this computer is now just as efficient as this one, so I guess now I start making all the auto crafting gubbins. Let's see if I remember how to do it without needing to look at the guide. I'm gonna need molecular oh, I need. Hold on, don't I have that? Oh no, I was in the process of making it, didn't I? Yeah. I remember what I was doing. Okay, I need these. Yes, I need molecular assembly. I keep calling it assemblicators because I keep thinking of the mechanism one. I need those. I do need interfaces, don't I? Oh no, because it's basically just this. Oh no, I will need it eventually. I need a bit of everything eventually. But I need these crafting storages. And I probably want to make 64K ones because God only knows what I plan to actually send through this thing. So 64Ks. I just noticed on my other screen I can see a preview of the start scene for my Twitch channel, and there's something wrong with the sludge. Oh god. Scuff. Scuff. Crafting monitors, I know I need those. A pattern provider. A light detecting fixture. The light detecting fixture emits a redstone signal according to the light level of its block. Oh,
interesting. It's like the daylight sensor, except for just light in general. Useful. Isn't there supposed to be more stuff for crafting? Not really, actually. I think that's it. I don't know. It was these guys. Crafting units and crafting coprocessors. Yeah, these guys. I remember you. Okay. So, crafting coprocessor unit. Couldn't I add that to the list? Oh, because I've got multiple pages now. I can probably get rid of some of these things that I don't actually need on here anymore. Why do I have that here? I probably accidentally pressed A on it. Don't need that, don't need that. Oops, like a lag, don't need that. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. To be honest, I don't really need any of this, but I'm leaving it here for now because I will probably come back to it in the future. So, I need... What was the pattern provider again? Where did this go? Oh, okay, yes. So we needed these, but we actually need them in this form, not block form. I don't want them in block form. That one. Get rid of that. Import bus, export bus. I know there's import and export buses, but I don't think I want them both to be in the same block. Not until I know what my layout's going to be. Okay. This is very dramatic music. Seeing as how I was touching up the intro to my stream, maybe I should now go through and touch up the music. Oh, right. Forgot I need to actually make storage components. if I want to make these. Maybe I shouldn't make 64K ones, those will get pretty expensive. Oh, really? I guess I'm just going to be making a whole bunch of these over and over again. Yeah, maybe I'll only make 16K storage stuff. Pretty sure I can always upgrade, can't I? Or not? Okay, well, at the very least, I can use the autocrafter to make more of these without pulling my hair out. So we'll make 16K storage ones instead. I needed 32 of these to make all these crafting units that I wanted, these towers. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm having a lazy moment now. Because once the autocrafting has gone into play, all of this is going to be removed, so... It's all going to be removed, and it's all going into the one area, so... This is all temporary. I made the hoppers and then I immediately changed my mind. That's what that was. Okay, so gold. Certus. Diamond. So from this we should get 3 stacks of each. But you and I both know that is not going to be enough. Nope, that is charged. Now realizing that there is actually one here that is not getting created. And it's the silicon. Why are they not working? Do I? Okay. What is going on here? What is this? Okay. Stop it. I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Okay, I don't understand why it's doing it like this. Where it seems to put one in at a time and then push and then bounce the rest out again. Has it got something to do with... Oh, okay. So while it's activated, it doesn't go. That is really stupid. What? Okay. Alright, fine. You want to play like that? Then we're going to speed it up. We're going to speed it up so that way they can try and push things in as fast as humanly possible. Actually, we could do that even faster. Hang on a minute. Well, it's not really faster, but this is actually the good use for it. Where's my pipes wrench? Oh, it's already out. Okay. I'm gonna use pipes. Because this one doesn't have any travel time. There we go. No, it's still not working. Oh no, it is kind of working. Well, it's working better than it was. Let's go and add silicon into the top chest. Actually, I'm going to need more. I think I put in 6 stacks of each. Oh! Okay, now we're strangling my power supply. Excellent. We'll just let that run for a while. On, like, minimal power. Because that power is not going back towards over here. This is actually a one-way mechanism. That way I can set it up so that way this can take as much power as it wants and it can eventually strangle this into not creating any power, but every other machine in the base is currently on like sort of a separate loop. They don't have their own separate generators, but I don't have to worry about them as much. Crafting monitor. Okay. Oops. Need another one of these. Because I'm going to have 2 towers of crafters, basically. That way I can run 2 different crafting setups. So I want crafting monitor. One there, one there. I should sort through this so I can actually get rid of these chests. Oh, I was making some of that over here, wasn't I? Fantastic. Now I just need these. Okay. Maybe I've now made it too fast. Get out of it, Iron Golem. Oops. Diamond dust. I guess at the end of the day I did still have to wait for it, but I didn't have to manually fill each of them up. That one's done. Okay. One of you. That one I need redstone now. That one's done too. That one is done too. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this sounded better in my head, this whole looping them back up again. This sounded good in my head, now I'm not so sure. Because it doesn't really know what to do with it. And it's also painfully obvious that we need more silicon. Need more silicon, need more redstone. I don't know why it won't actually recognize this as a viable automation thing, because all it has to do is input one item in here and then it'll know which one to put in there. But it doesn't do that. Oh, it is trying to do that, it's just looping round and round and round. Because I'm stupid. Look at that. Now it's going. Okay, this little lazy automation thing did not actually go as seamlessly as I was hoping. Okay, but we should have enough now to make the next step, which is I want to make a bunch of molecular assemblers. because I need some more of these cores. How many of these do I want to make? I don't know. And he takes items and puts into it and carries the operation defined. It's basically the equivalent of a crafting table. I'm thinking about 4. Last time I went ham on these molecular assemblers, and probably a little overkill. I also use this one, the extended one, which can actually run 8 crafting jobs at a time. So I had like, how many did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I had 16 of these in all the mods 9, which was dramatic overkill, given that they can run 8 crafting jobs at a time, and at twice the speed. Let's just make 4 in total. You actually need 4 of these in order to make 1, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will also need crafting code processors, which need crafting units. Okay. 1 for all of these. One for the tower. 1 for the tower. And we'll put the 16. We'll start like the 16k thing up here. I need a crafting coprocessor in here, don't I? Oops. That's a monitor. Use the crafting units to fill in the gaps. Yeah. Because you need the coprocessor in order to basically pipe in the information and the crafting monitor to actually get the job done. Which means I should probably actually, for the sake of ease, put the coprocessing unit on the floor. And then maybe put the crafting monitor over here so I can see. Because I'm probably going to have like the door to get in to the computer over on this side. So oops. Let's put it there. The other crafting monitor there. What? Oh, that's where the pattern providers go. What? Okay. Well, I could have, my brain, I'm misremembering, that's for damn sure. One pattern provider, please. 2, sweet. Goes there. And that goes there. Actually, let me just pick it up and just double check that I definitely don't need any co-processing units attached to it. No, okay. It does into the return slot to the pattern provider. Assembler on a pattern provider. Yeah, so if I got a one of the import export stuff, put that in there, that would probably actually just work as is then. I need a glass. Okay, well, it's not called glass, it's called quartz. That'll be why. Quartz fiber. And that'll just go there. I hate to say it, but this seems to be a lot more clean. Okay, now I remember why. But I say this seems to be a lot more clean than my auto crafting setup in All the Mods 9. And I realize this because I don't have a furnace auto crafter or a or well, any of them over there. Them over there. So I need to create auto crafting setup for them too. I could probably put like another auto crafting thing up here on the roof, so I can have 4 of these basically set up, and then I can have like over here and up here I can have set to be like furnaces and whatnot. What now? I guess the next bit is I need to keep making these crafting storage bits. I need a lot of redstone and silicon that I actually haven't got here. Hang on. So let's get some more redstone and Certus quartz dust. Now a quick hydration check. There we go. I think it's been a while since I called a hydration check. Hope your beer's not warm. Ah, good. $16K storage, crafting storage. What? How the hell did I run out of... Oh, because it hasn't been making them. I was about to say, how the hell did I run out of that type of circuit already? I just made a whole bunch. Or is it because it hasn't gone through here yet? It was waiting for the printed silicon and the redstone before it could actually make them, because it's still got to do them basically one at a time. Okay, that's fine then. 4K. 16K. Oops. And then those 6 with the crafting units. That. So this should actually be fully functioning then, this one. I don't actually know how big these need to really get. I know there's the whole complexity thing, but I don't actually know if you're running a crafting storage setup with 2, 4, 6, 16K 16K crafting storages. What is the limit on what you can craft? Because if the limit is ridiculous, then I wouldn't bother putting another one on there. I was going to make them like 3 blocks tall, but now I'm questioning how much that actually can actually do. It doesn't really say. Each crafting CPU handles one request or job. If you want to request both calculation processor and 256 smooth stone at once, you will need 2 CPU multi-blocks. But that doesn't say how much a 16K storage unit can actually... Hold on. Crafting storage is available. They store the ingredients and intermediate ingredients involved in the craft, so larger or more storage is required for the CPU to handle crafting jobs with more ingredients. So, is it saying that it can hold 16,000 different... Oh no, it can hold 16,000 items in total. So creating... Okay, yeah, I see what you mean there, Harry. 1 crafting unit and 1 storage. This would actually be well enough. If I had 2 of these, I would basically be sorted. I could handle 2 crafting jobs at the same time. And then no matter how many resources I actually use in said crafting thing, it should be enough. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just put down the 2 more 16K crafting storage and go with that. I know you suggested 1 crafting unit and 1 storage. But we still don't actually know if it's full 16,000 items it holds, or if it's just... Yeah, so this is probably overkill. Tell you what, in that case, we'll just go 3 16k storage units. Then use the crafting units to basically fill in the blanks. Do that again here on this side. And I should theoretically now also be able to create another unit, because I already have 4 of these, and these now require only 3 in order to make. So, up on the roof. I need the co-processing unit. Oh, there's one. I actually have one here. I didn't think it did. Oh, because it came from there. And crafting units for the rest. And then I need to have another crafting monitor so I can watch it. Oops. How's a mega crafting monitor gonna do? Yeah, like, I can see that the mega one works for everything else, but like, what the hell does a mega crafting monitor do? Oh, okay. It does serve as a complement to the aforementioned units for users looking to maintain some aesthetic consistency and retain the same sleek, dark look across the whole CPU multi-block. Okay. I must say that seems a little ridiculous, but no, I see it. An impregnated diamond. Well, I mean, at one point in time there was a iron golem that had the skin of a villager, so, and I was pretty confident that an iron golem and a villager had gotten rather freaky together. So who knows? Maybe I shouldn't judge. There we go. So now we have 3 big crafting units. And I can use this corner over here and like up here, I guess, to make little odd job crafts like the furnace. How's it going over here? We are waiting for redstone, and it looks like more silicon. And like the tiny bit of maths in my brain, I just realized why I keep running out of the Certus Quartz dust when I thought I had enough. It's because I put in the same number of Certus as I can't speak. I'm bad. I'm stupid. Basically, I put in the same number of Certus Quartz, of Certus dust as one thing in here, not realizing that I need basically 3 times the amount. So I put 64 gold, 64 Certus Quartz, 64 diamonds, and then I also put in 64 Certus dust. I actually need to put in 3 stacks of Certus dust. Maths is not my strong suit. That's why I went into programming, so I can tell computers to do it for me. Give me these ones that are done. Put that aside for now. I need import-export buses. And I also want to double check that this is working. This is correct. I need storage buses. Yeah. Import to pull out. Pattern providers to push in. And storage buses to help with the pushing in. Okay. I need pattern providers. Furnace, inscriber, and the other one, charger. Start with them. So let's make a bunch of... Oh, for God's sake. Well, it looks like we're done with everything else, so it's about to do the gold ones. I'm gonna need more redstone. Here we go, now the gold is going through. Okay, so import buses. Didn't I just make a bunch of these? Oh, I guess not. Storage buses now. I need pistons again. I should have tons of spruce. Yeah, because my mob grinder downstairs is spitting out spruce. Considering that that's not actually that expensive, let me just make another one of those. An obsidian furnace takes an emerald furnace, takes diamond, takes golden, takes iron. Takes regular. Moving up. Need a gold block. Go to a diamond. What is a diamond block generator? Oh, that is not what I think it is. To emerald. To obsidian. And what are the augments I have? Speed and factory. Augment speed and the factory. I'd probably just stick it, I don't know, over here, I guess. And I need a patent provider. And I feel like I've forgotten something. Oh yes, the interface. And the import bus that goes on here. Import. And storage. Storage? No, interface. What's the storage bus for again? Oh, okay. I probably will need it anyway, but that is not what I'm after right now. I need an interface. That's a regular interface. I just want a normal one. An oversized interface? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I actually wanted those interface blocks, but it's fine. I'll make more. Okay. You know what? I could probably test everything that's currently set up here, but I need a way to make the patterns first. So. Yeah, pattern encoding terminal. And we can measure one pattern access terminal. Okay. So now we give it a thing to build. Okay, well actually I need to power it first, because this is a powered furnace.
Well, actually, tell you what, seeing as how I'm probably going to need more of them anyway. Certus Quartz Crystal and Certus Quartz Dust, because I can make both at the same time to test them. And I need blank patterns. Advanced pattern decoder. Wait, is that a slot? I have no idea what that is, and I'm gonna pretend like I don't even see it. Two blank patterns, perfect. So, the first thing we want to do is a... Oh, I can't do that because I need a crusher, don't I? Okay, well, we'll start with the processing one then. That goes in there, and it should come out as a silicon. So, tell it what it comes out as. Write the pattern. Pattern provider. That one goes in there. Oh, I need a storage cell. This one hasn't been used yet, right? No, it hasn't been used yet. Alright. So there's quartz. Have I forgotten something? I feel like I've forgotten something. Pattern access terminal. Pattern provider. Oh wait, that's offline. Why are you offline? Go online. Is it because... Oh, it's because of the interface. My smart one. That still didn't work. Why not? Why you not work? So it can see it in there, it just doesn't think it's craftable. Why not? Why don't you think it's craftable? There's the guide. So a storage bus. Not an import bus, a storage bus. Oh, I see what it wants me to do. Well, you know what, let me just entertain it and do it the way it wants me to do it. I was kind of hoping I could sort of minimize the amount of use of hoppers here, but it's fine. Look. 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 And we had a storage bus leading into the furnace. Two of them because they needed a way to do coal and the item. But we don't need to worry about that because there is only one slot. The output. we go. So get rid of that bit. Because now I need to put the storage bus in here. Hang on. Storage. Okay, no, it does need that. Oh, I see, that's how it was doing. It was doing it there. So, now... FE? Oh, it sees how much energy I've stored? Oh. Interesting. I don't need that bit. Why is it... I'm surprised it actually can keep track of that. But I guess it does make sense. It must think that I can move that power along. Here? Power doesn't run throughout the Flux ME setup, does it? I don't believe it does. Anyway. So now I should be able to craft silicon. Yeah, I know. I was trying to be green. I was just trying to blanket it. That is not what I had in mind. It's just coming back. Why is it coming back? And where's it coming back from? Cancel that. Cancel that. Pattern provider with an ME interface. A furnace with an ME storage bus. Is it upset because it's all connected that way? Well, no, because now that's offline. Oh. Why do things the easy way when there's a hard way? That should be on mine now. What kind of Minecraft is that? This is all the mods 10. This is however many mods. It's this many pages of shit. Square bricks next to square bricks and called that a home. Yeah, back in my day there was only one dimension. Now there's like 7. I mean, I do still have square bricks. Next to more square bricks. Alright, maybe this will work now. Nope, it's just coming back. Why is it coming back? Are you handling this? But why is it coming back? Who is X? What? So I told it 64 and it gave me 32. Oh god. I'm sitting up in my chair. This is me focusing. setup goes in here. Goes into the pattern provider. Pattern provider has its own little loop that goes into the furnace. That's what I've done here. I'm gonna need more Certus. What the? Why is this highlighted? You can't craft shit. This is a completely different network. I don't know. I don't know. Let's make 32 this time. To craft, available, start. It made 16. Why is it only making half? One Certus makes one silicon. So when I say it makes 32 silicon, it should work. But it just doesn't. Is it because I'm using this obsidian furnace? I've done this shit before, but I cannot for the life of me figure out what I'm doing wrong this time. ME storage buses. He has one going into the top and one into the side. The one on the side is your fuel, the one at the top is your entry of items. The hopper takes it out, puts it in the pattern provider, which... that's all she wrote. This is exactly what I have. Except I don't have it going into the top, I have it going into the front. Because it doesn't matter, because it's all input. It's going to be complicated, we'll just do it this way. There's an interface, correct? Storage bus. So one of these is now going into the top. Well, no, actually, because if I wanted to do it the same way that it's got highlighted, it needs to be there. And then, where is my storage bus? Put the power down one. Okay. I'm wondering if it's just too fast. No! There we go. Except it doesn't have a way to output it straight into the pattern provider. Which is what the hopper was for. Uh-huh. 32. Now let's not make it look stupid. Because I think I figured out what was wrong. That one goes there. I know they say if it's working, don't break it. Don't just leave it as is, but it's fine. I think I have an idea as to what was going on. Input, output, order, output off. Oh, sorry, on. Upgrade. Take that one out. Another 30. Let's go 64 this time. There we go. The problem was that it wasn't auto-outputting it. Given that was the only issue that was going on, that's actually really annoying. But it's working now, and that's the main thing. So that's that's furnace construction done. Now I want to do inscribers. Give me that. I want that one. Okay. I'm going to need to make more of these, so hang on a minute. Let me just... Flip. More of them. Okay. Now we're going to have a pattern provider there. Oh, this is the complicated one because this one has multiple recipes that you can use. Well, let's try it the simple way. We'll treat it the same way as this one up here. Treat it to the same setup. See if it goes from there. So an interface on the bottom and a storage bus on the top. Auto export. And the next pattern will be another processing one. It'll be press and the silicon produces a printed silicon. Save. I was going to say, why can't it see it? And I just realized it's because I haven't hooked it up yet. Keep forgetting that it's called quartz fiber, not crystal. Device online. That's powered. Should now be able to see the recipe. There we go. Let's make one. Oh, I'm missing the universal scriber. Universal press. One of them. Start. And we got it, but it didn't output the press. Well, I suppose an easy way to resolve that is to have a pattern provider set up specifically for things that use the press, and one that specifically uses the other one. Case in point, I can go make one right now. Because I could just go, whoops. Oh, I need another pattern provider though. And I also need a storage bus. One pattern provider. What? Storage bus. And I need a interface. My inventory is getting messy. Okay, let me take this one out, and I want to edit it. What? How do I edit a pattern? I thought I could just stick it back in there again. I thought you could replace it. Oh, there we go. Stick it in the output slot. What, in there? Because putting it in here didn't work. But apparently if you right click it and then open with an open hand, it works. I can take that one out. I need another pattern though. Pattern. Let's make a couple. By couple I mean 6. So this time we'll get a redstone. Oops. And I need just a single piece of gold. Just for the sake of testing all this, make sure it works. Gold, redstone. Oh yeah, it didn't work because I didn't give it an output, but I just realized it didn't matter because I did it wrong anyway. Where did that go? Did it just go straight back in here? Here it did. Okay. So that one, whoops. So that one, and that one. Yep. Oops. Keep forgetting I need to tell it what it turns into. Okay. One logic processor. My inventory is full. Here, hold that. So we'll give it the instruction for processing pattern, because that one will require the universal press. And we'll give this one the pattern for the processing unit, because that one requires none of it. How do I set a thing? Oh, here we go. I want to make 10 of these. I need 10 gold. Oh, I have that. Put that. Actually, you know what? I should be able to just make the final product. So it needs one computer to operate. Oh, I forgot to put the things on it. Okay, interface and a storage bus. Storage bus. No, it was doing so well. I was sitting here thinking, oh my god, it's working, and then it didn't because I'm. Oh wait, hang on. Auto export. Oh my god, it worked. Let's make another 10. Don't you just love it when it works? It just does it perfectly. And it's relatively clean too. I'll yield to the fact it's not the cleanest that it can be, but it's relatively clean. And it does what it needs to do. And it does it perfectly. I'm so happy. I love it when automation just works. That's why I play so much of this sort of thing. Like I play like Mechanism and all that jazz, but then I've also got fucking Factorio. That I had a massive base in Factorio. It was absolutely huge. It had everything. And then they put more updates in, and then it didn't have everything, but I'll tell you what it did have. Very angry aliens outside. Got to the point where I couldn't really make any progress because it was a constant fight against the aliens out there, and I packed everything in so small that it was basically done. The factory couldn't expand because every basic resource was stuck in the middle of the factory and had like every possible way it could go blocked now. I would have to basically start a new factory from scratch, and considering how angry the aliens were, it wasn't really feasible. So, whoops, kind of deadlocked myself on that one. So we have an auto crafting setup. It is very basic, but I can give it smelting stuff, and it can auto craft circuits for me now. Should be able to just do basic crafting, smelting, and anything that fits in inscribers. I'm trying to think what else could be beneficial for me to add in here. Oh god, I didn't even realize what time it was. I've got a little bit more time. Well, Well, that autocrafting tutorial was just the inscriber and furnace. I should add in a crusher. So now my autocrafting with integrated dynamics. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I don't do an awful lot with integrated dynamics, but Menrail here. Could automate Menrail. The back you're playing gates apply to logistics too. Yeah, I noticed that in all the mods 10 they tried to balance a few things. For example, the digital miner this time. In the last pack, in all the mods 9, digital miners required so much energy that they were practically useless. I already had like the super quarry that could, I think it was like called the chunk destroyer. You could basically annihilate entire dimensions in minutes if you had enough power for it, and that was easier for me to manage than a digital miner. But the digital miner in this pack now requires vibranium. I don't believe it needed that in the last one. Unless I'm just misremembering. I think the wireless terminal as well also requires like all the modium. Or not, maybe I'm just... No, it doesn't. Okay, well, why haven't I made one of these then? I've been telling myself I need to make these, and then I've somehow convinced myself it required all the modium. And then so I didn't make it. Well, that was stupid of me. I should make one. I'm going to need to redirect all these items over here into this chest now. Not right now, but I will need to. Trying to think of what else I desperately want, because I'm going to need to move the drives and the terminals here out of one, because I wanted to basically set up auto crafting, and then once I knew how big it was, I was going to encase it in like a custom computer case. So I needed to know how big I wanted to make it. I guess the next thing I should really consider adding in is like mechanism things like enrichment, smelting, crushing. Well, no, not smelting, sorry, I already got smelting. But enriching, crushing, and metallurgic infusers, which I remember was an absolute bitch to autocraft because the use of the liquidized metals in here. The osmium compressor, I think I'll just manage manually. I don't think I'm going to automate that. Same as the chemical oxidizer, though I did notice that it was able to track how much power was in here when I had a cable running up, I think. So maybe I can keep track of fluids in there as well. The alloy smelter, I could probably actually autocraft that. That shouldn't be too bad. These capacitors don't actually run out. Alright, let's do that. And a crusher. I think I need to do 2 different crushers because sometimes this crusher is better than this one. So I think I'll need to do 2 of them. Crusher. Apparently I had a crusher in storage. Well, I'm going to need 2 more patent providers. And then I need 3 storage buses. I need 3 interfaces as well. Alright. Where am I going to put them? Well, I guess the easy way is to go up from here. So, alloy smelter. Crusher. Oh, hang on. For the sake of my own sanity. Crusher. Smelter. Yeah, and then it's interfaces on these ones. Oops. And storage buses on these ones. And then power for all 3 of them. Cleanliness dictates that you cannot be connected. What am I doing? Why am I making it more complicated for myself? Quartz fiber. I remembered it this time. Instead of calling it crystal. Device missing channel. Or do I have too much now? No, wait, no. Device online, device online, device online. I guess I am probably pushing it though by doing it this way. Everything's still online? Yes, 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 yes. No! Device missing channel.
I have pushed it too far. Okay. Channel of its own. How's that? Online, online. 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 Okay. So, what exactly does the crusher crush? Because I'm going to need to specify which one does what. I think it may end up having to be a specific case scenario. The thing about the crushers is that both will crush a lot of resources, but there are some resources that only get crushed by one, and another resource only gets crushed by another. So I'll probably just have to make patterns as I need them. Same with the alloy smelter. That's also a very specific case scenario, but there is at least a use for it, because you can use it to make spawn eggs and whatnot. Dark fused glass was its primary use for me. Apparently you can use this actually to cook ore as well. So silver and gold makes 2 electrum. Silver, gold, electrum. Silver, gold makes 2 electrum. Funny thing is, right, if I just hit in 1, it'll still do it. What happens if I put in 2 then? Oh no, it'll still do it. Okay. Ooh, it's actually eating up a lot of power. Why isn't that working? Push and pull. Why won't it take it? Come on. Why would I get? It occurs to me actually the reason why the power's going down is because it's not actually plugged in, but it's just residual energy. Perhaps I gotta do this one with the hopper. There. Nope, that's the import bus, not storage bus.
Now, what does it say I need for that one again? That silver and gold, correct? Okay. Gold. Silver. I don't have much of that, so let's not go buck wild when testing this. Electrum. 5. So we should end up with 9 because we already have 4 in here. Oh, let me actually plug this in properly. It didn't work. It seems to only be doing one at a time. And I don't know why. Is it because of the capacitor? Gold, glowstone, redstone. Gold. Glowstone. Redstone. Was that it? Yes, it was. But I put them on the wrong side. Not that it really matters, but... What the... Is that why it's causing a problem? Ugh, I don't know. Anyway, so this makes the energetic alloy ingot. So that one goes in there. I would like 1 energetic alloy ingot, please. And I'd like you to export it through the system and not just spit it out of the left. Why? 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 Why does it just put the energetic alloy and get back in here instead of putting it through the hopper? Like, I'm not going to pretend to know how the alloy smelter works, but I would have thought this is the output. I do not understand. But let's try upping the capacitor. See if maybe that makes a difference. Coal dust, huh? Oh, here we go. This is the one that is only the crusher and mechanism. What is coal dust actually used for? Is it actually worth making a patent for it? Not really, no. Alright, well let's not bother with it then. Basic crushing factory. That increased the power supply. That didn't actually change this. I don't know why the alloy smelter won't output properly. I may need to quickly Google that one. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's in both alloy and smelting mode. What if I change it to alloys only? Because I already have a smelting way, so... Let's try it. Energetic alloy. What? Well, now it's not even doing it at all. What? Yes, it requires these items. Oh, there we go. It was just being weird. And it also exported it properly this time. Okay. Maybe it's because it thought it was also a furnace, it was putting it back into the same setup again. Yeah, it's just being wonky or something, I don't know. Alright. Anything else that I want to immediately autocraft? I am now running out of time in the day. Just trying to think. Enrichment chamber. That was something. Apparently I had an enrichment chamber sitting here as well. Pattern provider. One of these. One ME interface. Why did I do that? Okay. Storage bus. And I need one ME interface. And that's all I really need for the enrichment chamber. I suppose there's this reaction chamber. Supposedly this has something to do with auto crafting, but I don't know how this works. Because you can't manually build whatever's here. It also requires water to be piped into it, which is a problem. Well, at the very least, let's start with this one, I guess. There is a cat walking around. I can hear him. Alright. One interface. One storage bus. Probably need to turn this around, actually. Actually, that might not actually matter, but still. So, the enrichment chamber. Any obvious resources to go through the enrichment chamber? Oh, of course, enriched redstone and whatnot. So, redstone. Am I missing something here? Oh, I need refined obsidian dust. Which is metallurgic infuser stuff. Well, let's start with the obvious. Redstone. I gotta be quick. Alright. So terminal. No, this one. Processing. I need to make more blank patterns actually. Hang on, let me just make a bunch of these. So diamond becomes enriched diamond. Coal becomes enriched carbon. And redstone becomes enriched redstone. I was about to say, why can't I see anything? But I just realized it's because I haven't hooked it up yet. There we go. I hope I don't overload everything soon with the amount of these pattern providers that I'm plugging in. Mechanism just works very smoothly with Applied Energistics auto crafting, it seems, because you can choose where the output is and whatnot. That being said, I'm not looking forward to hooking up this metallurgic infuser. This timer doesn't appear to be working. It's only when you leave. Well, that seems to be working correctly. What happens if I now tell it I also want the coal? Is it now queued? The moment it should finish the redstone, then it should theoretically then do the coal. Yep, okay, cool, it just queues it. Alright, well, on that note, I should probably stop here because we're approaching midnight and I need to work tomorrow. I'd say this is some decent progress that we've made there. I'm a bit worried that I might have made this whole area a bit more compact than I should have done, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I can work out any kinks and whatnot off stream or on the next one. But until then, have a good morning or day or afternoon or evening or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. Goodbye. There's also new music here, but I think it's a bit loud. Let's just turn that down a smidgen.